So welcome back to my channel, and this time around I've stopped doing leak code problems because I felt they were just a little too easy and they were not accurate to what you were usually asked in interview questions. So I found this new data set called Data Lemur. If you guys can check it out too, and I think it has more accurate and honestly more challenging problems that can make you learn faster and better as well. So we can just go ahead and start with the first problem, which is history of tweets, which is an easy problem. But the first time around I didn't find it that much easy. So let's get into it right away. So it says you assume you're given a table Twitter tweet data, write a query to obtain a histogram of tweets posted per user in 2022, and then output the tweet count per usual as a bucket and the number of Twitter users who fall into that bucket. So in other words, we just have to group the users by the number of tweets they made in 2022 and also count the number of users. So as you can see, the tweets table contains tweet ID, user ID, message, and tweet date. And the output we want is, for instance, 2 users made 1 tweet in 2022 and 1 user made 2 tweets in that year. And we also have to filter out all the tweets in 2022 because it also contains other dates. So in this problem, we would use a subquery, which I haven't really covered before in this channel, but let's do it anyways. So we want tweet buckets as our output. This tweet bucket will define later on, but I'm just going to write it for now. And then we would count the user ID as users num, which we also need in the table. And here's where our subquery starts, where we would select first of all just the user ID, and also here's where we define our tweet bucket. So we will count the tweet ID as the tweet bucket from the tweets table, and here's where we can filter out all the tweets that are made in the year 2022. So we would do where tweet date is greater or equal to, and we can define a year like this in the year format, so 2022 January 1st and at midnight in the hour minute second format. And we would also group it by user ID, and here we have to put an alias for our subquery. So I'm just going to write tweet buckets, but ideally, like, you could write anything you want. And then we would also, at the end of our query outside, we would group it by the tweet bucket. And yeah, that should work.